Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing as no, my bad. Today we're going to be playing as Morocco, and we're going to be forming Greater Morocco. So, yeah, no, I guess one objective really does change things. Anyways, we start this off really quickly by obviously invading Western Sahara, you know. I think as of now it's like disputed territory, right? Morocco claims this, but then like I don't know. In every statistics map, they're always just gray. So like, who knows where they are or what even they are, bro. But then yeah, no. I mean, in the game at least they start off differently, right? As Western Sahara. So then, anyways, after conquering them, I realized okay, most of my army's intact. That literally took no. My army took no fucking casualties from that shit. So I basically just used the troops I had plus a few extra from from like other parts of my, I recruited a few extra and then just invaded Mauritania right then and there. That invasion went pretty well, and I was able to seize most of the country. And then afterwards, I basically realized I still had enough people. So with the same invasion force, guys, I'm still going with the same invasion force. I basically proceeded to invade Mali. I tried to make a peace deal. They didn't have enough score, so I just like invaded a little bit more. And then I was just like, hey, you know what? Wouldn't it be like super duper cool if we just invaded the rest of the country? And that's exactly what I did. So I invaded the rest of Mali, and pretty quickly conquered the entire thing. So I decided to take as much as I could, which I then did. I left some provinces that I didn't want in the west, aside the east, and then just like took the main provinces in the country. And then I disbanded my army. Of course, I didn't need it anymore, and I didn't want to go into too much debt. Meanwhile, I decided to release Mali once again, but instead I decided to release the Kingdom of Mali, so like the old one, which is a monarchy, I guess. So then I decided to release them and then give them the Malian territories that I did not want, and it kind of created like a little bit of an awkward border war. So instead of doing that, I just released Western Sahara again, except now it was on my eastern frontier. So I moved Western Sahara east. Yes. So yeah, that's that's what I did. And then I realized, okay, Mali. Now there are two Malis, by the way, and like I realized I kind of wanted to like at least ahead of like in the later in the game at least get the other Mali to conquer one other Mali, but I don't do that in this video, or I just do it later. Anyway, that leave that aside. Okay, after that I decided to finish Mauritania off because I mean, really, come on, like they're just a slither of land right here. So I conquered Mauritania pretty quickly, gather up my forces, and then send them up. Because now I am done with all the conquests I'm going to need in the south, and now all I have left is the Algerian territories that I need to take from Algeria, right? And for that I basically start basically grinding money, and I go all the way till I'm like over 200,000. Because here's the thing, I didn't want to like just get another country to declare war on Algeria again. I try to avoid that, right? And I do avoid that here. So in order to avoid that, since I knew Algeria would be like Algeria is like an even match for Morocco in this game, at least for like for me right now. Algeria is like almost an even match. So I realized, okay, this is not gonna be that much of a rollover, right? So I need to prepare for it, and that's why I stacked so many. That's why I waited till I raised 200,000 and then invaded, because so that like even like look, even as I'm invading, I still have 100,000 in like money. I'm losing money. I'm still actively in debt, but like I have 100,000 I can recover. See, like I get pushed back right there, and because I have money in reserve, I can just push back. Like that's what my that's the idea here. Meanwhile, okay, so the Algerians started pushing back, and like it kind of pissed me off. Like they went behind enemy lines, or not enemy lines. Well, they went behind my lines, and that kind of pissed me off. And like I started attacking them in the Sahara, like the desert parts of Algeria. And then I realized, okay, wait, no, I have all the territories. I can just make a peace deal, which they luckily accept. And so now I'm at peace with Algeria. I just took like a chunk of their territory. And low-key, Algeria didn't even lose that much. They just sort of lost like some desert provinces. And so anyways, I prepared to invade Spain now. And I realized, okay, Spain is not like Algeria, guys. Spain is a little, not a little bit. They're stronger than me, right? And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get Spain. I basically got Spain to go to war with France and then just attack Gibraltar out of nowhere. Not Gibraltar, sorry, the Spanish side of Morocco. Like, that one Spanish province that's in Morocco, yeah. And then I just decided to invade the rest of Spain too, because why not? And this was a rollover because they were basically being mauled by France to the north, so that made it easier for me to conquer Spain. And yeah, no, soon enough after they got conquered by France, I just decided to take like a whole ass chunk out of southern Spain because you'll see why, right? I took the part I needed. It was just one province that I needed, right? And so I decided to vassalize Gibraltar so that they'd let me through, so my troops could get back home. And then I decided to release a new nation, which is Granada, because I mean, Granada historically was here, right? So then, like, I just decided to release them as a nation because why not? Like, I like puppet states. You guys know this already. And so, anyways, once that was complete, I assimilated the rest of the territories, and just like that, we formed Greater Morocco. I'll see you guys next time.